I'm sitting here today with one of our community members. Hello and welcome.
Thank you, Terry.
I'm so glad you are here. I can't wait to dive into a conversation with you. So let's just get started. I know that you came to the method and you have advanced all the way into the level 3 training. So to begin, I would love to know, what was your interest in getting started with the Buteyko method?
Well, let's start like this. I suffered a lot with from asthma when I was child. Okay, until I was age of 14, and then well, I did few things to overcome the asthma. Okay, so since that I start, let's say I start my life because I was free of asthma, because I couldn't do anything I would like to do, like sports or even have a good laugh. I couldn't do it because I was having asthma attack. I was always depending on medication and everything. Um, so then, well, with sports and well, I always did sports before that. I started doing sports since I was 4, but I never had any improvement in this part of my life, which was very, very important, was my health. And then when I start surfing, basically I start surfing, then I start cycling, and I changed my way of eating. I made change in the food. I started doing yoga. When I start cycling, I start to breathe better. And well, since that, basically, I forgot the asthma. I mean, I never had any other symptoms. When I had my son 1 year ago, and then I was with this thing inside of me, like, oh, nothing but these thoughts. No, I was thinking, well, because my dad, he had asthma, so I kind of got the asthma from him, and two of my brothers as well. And then I was thinking, my son is gonna have asthma as well or not? And it's like, my wife, that she doesn't, but I have, so there is a 50% of probability that he gonna have it, no? And I start to think as well in that time, um, how can I help him to not have asthma? Because I did many things, and I'm still doing things because these things I like to do, and I like to take care of my health and everything. But I was thinking, how can I help him, or what will happen if he has asthma? No, so I start to think about this subject, and every day thinking about it, and thinking, how can I help, how can I help him if he has asthma, or how can I help other children if they have the same situation that I had when I was small. um, I pray that my son is not gonna have asthma like I had. Of course, I don't want that. God doesn't permit that, but um, I could do something, not only keep these things to myself. No, okay, I know how I overcame the asthma. I don't keep it for myself. I want to help other people, especially I want to help children, because I was one of these children who had a lot of suffering from asthma. So then I said, okay, so I'm gonna start to investigate more. Why I had asthma? Why I could overcome asthma? And I started to make lots of search around on internet and everything, lots of books and stuff. And then I found Buteyko method, and then I said, I think that's what that's the base of everything. That's the answer. This, let's say this, because I didn't have any scientific answer for what happened to me. When I found the Buteyko method, I could find these answers for what I did, and I could find the scientific answer for that. So that's why I start to search all over the world where I could learn the method. And then I found Sasha, and then I contacted her, and I choose her because she has a direct contact with the source, which is the Buteyko clinic in Moscow, and I prefer to go as closer as I can to the source of the information, because there are many people teaching around, and they even change the names of the counterpause or whatever. They say whatever pause, and or give any other name, and they give you any other information that which it's not correct. And I said no, I'm going closer than I can to the source, so I can learn it um, in full, So that's why I start with the Buteyko method, because I want to try in myself as well. As I said, I don't have any symptom. I didn't have any symptom of asthma, but I do sport. I do sports, and well, sometimes, let's say lately, when I had my son, and I couldn't sleep properly because he was waking up in the night, and I was waking up very early in the morning going cycling, and I was feeling really tired. And I was feeling this kind of, it's not even a symptom of asthma, but kind of lack of breath, and this kind of things, this breath hunger, this very very little sensation. And I said, well, this could help me, this method could help me to improve, and be very far away from these symptoms, or from these let's say, very far away from the edge, so I don't want to be close to the edge. And then I also discovered that asthma is a it's a capacity of the body to react to certain situations, like lack of CO2 in the lungs and stuff like this. So then I understood, well, so I let's say I still do have asthma, or if I don't care of myself, it can happen again. It can trigger the asthma if I my control pulse is very low, for example, and I do something that I don't care myself, or I eat everything or whatever. I don't take care like I would normally do. If I don't care, it can trigger the symptoms of asthma. So then I realized that it would be really important for me, so I started doing the normalization training. And I feel very happy because, let's say, well, I think, well, at least Sasha, she told me that my results are really good. So I'll keep doing it. I'll keep improving every day. I'm not in a hurry because, as I said, I don't have any symptom, but if I can improve more and more, I will do it.
Where is your control pause at now?
It's around 50 seconds in the morning. Yeah, the morning one is 50 seconds.
That's fantastic. And what was your reasoning for moving on from level 1 to continuing to advance?
I want to know everything. Especially if I want to help other people. I think it's very important, the importance to know, to the knowledge, of why things happen. Because before that, I could tell, okay, go do sports, or go do surfing, or eat don't eat dairy, for example, let's say. But I didn't know why. I didn't know the reason. And if I go deep in the method, I can understand many things that I can later on explain to people, or explain to them. Well, why it's like this? Because this and this and that.
What's the biggest change you saw for yourself?
I think the biggest change is this, the knowledge. As I said before, no, I've been living in certain way for many years. Let's say more than 30 years, doing things that I didn't know why it was working. For me, it's like getting these answers. For me, is very very important. Um, that's the biggest thing, I would say. The second one, I would say the health improvement, because I can really feel that my health got a very good important improvement in the last couple of months. I can do things that I was afraid to do before. For example, last time it snowed here, I went to the mountain, I just jumped on the snow. And I would say, wow, I'll never do it. And then now I'm sure, because I'm sure that I can do it. I'm not gonna get ill because my control pulse is high, so it allows me to do this kind of things. Of course, have to know what you're doing and doing things right, but it's very very nice to know your body, to know what's good for it and what's not good for it. And that, for example, I ate something last week that made me feel a bit of allergic reaction, and straight away I did my control pause, and I knew what was happening with my body. It was really interesting, and I just wrote Sasha, look, this happened to me. It's very interesting, you know. And to know better my body is really nice, really nice.
So let me rewind a little bit. You had said you said you jumped in the snow. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, that actually is a very big deal for you. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I believe Sasha shared a little bit with me that you are currently in the Canary Islands. Is that correct?
Yes.
And
I'm originally from Brazil. Okay, so I just born and grow up in a very warm weather, tropical weather. So when I was the age of 23, I moved to Spain. So was a shock for me, because I went to the north of Spain, which is quite cold. I haven't seen snow since well, before that, and I haven't seen snow. So for me, this kind of weather is challenging, is difficult, or going to the cold seawater to surf or things like this, or going to the snow, for me was always a challenge. So, well, as I said before, I'm from Brazil. I prefer the warm weather, so I try to be close to the warm weather. And for me, it was a challenge to go up to the snow. I said, okay, I'm only going to walk barefoot on the snow just to try. And then I said, well, why not? I'm here. I don't have snow every day, so let's do it. So I just remove my clothes and jump on and start to roll on the snow. And it was really funny, and I felt really good. And also I had security that I was safe, you know, because my control pulse was high. It means my immune system is high, so my body is strong, so I can do it. That was really interesting.
yeah, that is key right there. So, how do you think you'll be able to help your son as he grows up? So he's a baby right now, correct?
Yes, he's 1 year old now.
So now that you've had this training under your belt, how do you think you're going to be able to help him uh, as he's growing up?
Well, I can really do it now. I'll tell you how, because he's 1 year, and he's discovering everything now. He's like exploring everything, and sometimes I feel like he's very anxious, and he's like, wow, this and that, running here, running there, and breathing through the mouth. And then I say, okay. So when I see he's very anxious, or breathing, over breathing, let's say he's over breathing through the mouth when he's very active. So then I take him, I stop with him, and then I say, okay, relax. Sometimes even I take him to lay down, okay, relax. And I do kind of not meditation, but like kind of relaxation with him, so that he can slow down. And then he starts breathing again through the nose, and then He can go playing back playing again. It's fine, but he needs this kind of relaxation time for calm down and then control his breathing and then go back again to the activity. These kind of things I learned with the Buteyko method, because I'm well, myself and my wife as well. We are doing things all the time as well, so we are very active. And I learned that uh, I need this time of relaxation. Okay, I need relaxation. I need to control my breathing. Then I need to slow down a bit. And it's a principle from yoga as well. Yoga, when you do yoga, you do one posture and then you do another posture, a different one to let's say you do a posture like this, then you do another one, you flex, and then you do another way. So you always doing these things, is a principle of the nature as well, yin and yang, things like this, so always there is a balance, must be a balance. And people nowadays in the system make us to run all day with telephones, with communication, with work, doing things, a lot of things, and non-stop every day. And this leads to a hyperventilation. So this one is one of the important things that I learned, that we need to stop sometimes, not stop doing things, but uh, you need to know, to hear your body. Okay, I'm I'm stressed or I'm over breathing, so I need to stop a bit. Maybe it's 5 minutes, but you need to stop a bit to calm down and then continue.
Any thoughts you'd like to share about working with Sasha?
Well, Sasha, she has a lot of experience. It's unbelievable. I love to talk to her. Um, her history and her experience gives you a lot of security when you're treating with her, when you're training with her. Also, she's always there when you need something, when you have any question. She always try to answer. She has a lot of articles written down already, so many times I'll don't know anything about this. Okay, she'll send me a link to some article she has written many years ago sometimes. And it's very interesting the way she learned the method, and the way she's still learning things. And the straight contact, the direct contact with Moscow and everything is really really nice, really interesting. And also it's an advantage that she's from Moscow and she can speak the language, because when there are translations in the middle, always you lose some stuff. So that's a very very good, very important point, that she's speaking the language. She's from there, so she can uh, understand exactly what they want to say, or what Buteyko, Dr. Buteyko wanted to say, so she can pass you the right information and the right meaning of the things, of the method.
Anything else you'd like to share with us about your experience with learning the method or working with the breathing center?
Another thing that I saw in my life, another change, is that my metabolism is changed a bit, not too much, but changed a bit. I mean, I used to eat a lot. I'm slim, but I used to eat a lot. And when I started the method, I said, well, I'm not eating that much. I mean, I'm eating. Let's say I have a breakfast and being all morning not feeling any kind of hungry. And so what's wrong here? No, it's very very. Then I spoke to Sasha. She explained to me that when your contrapose is getting higher, your metabolism starts to equilibrate and starts to to work properly. So then you can your body can absorb the right nutrients from the food and everything. So the outcome is that you don't need to eat too much to get the same nutrients, you know. And also people who are overweight, sometimes they can lose on weight with the method. And by other side as well, people who has difficulty to get weight, so they can get weight with because the metabolism, it equilibrates, so it works properly. So then you can eat properly as well. I mean, everything is start to balance in your body, and everything starts working well. With the breathing center, I if I wouldn't recommend it, I wouldn't do it. So if I'm working with you guys, because I truly believe on you, and I know that I can get the better information from you, and the best training from you. So yeah, I truly recommend it. And if there is someone who you're gonna see this interview, and if you need an advice, go for it, because it's really worth it. You know, you're not gonna find this information, or this, let's say, the certification or the training in any other place in the world, I'd say, because I've been searching for few weeks, all over the world. I contact everyone in the world who were teaching the method, and I was also doing kind of interviews like this. But how was it? How do you work, and how did you learn it and everything? And decide to go with Sasha, because there is no other people in the world, I would say, that can teach better than in the breathing center.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your words, and I feel like you are going to make a huge difference in your son's life. You've made a huge difference in your own life, and I can't wait to see what you're going to do with the rest of the people that you will inevitably help with by learning and advancing your Buteyko practice. So thank you so much for sharing space with us today.
Thanks to you, Terry, for the opportunity, and keep you guys going, working this way, and doing things well. And thanks very much for the opportunity to share bit of my life and my experience with you.